This is time for our English language class, and we already completed the story Going Solo by Roald Dahl, and book exercise we completed that, the book exercise of the chapter, and the word meanings, fill in the blanks, true false statement I gave you last in our last class as homework. So please check it, check the answers with this. Write whether the following statement is true or false. The author flew in his tiger moth through the sky above India. It is false. So what was the right answer? Yes, it is Kenya. The sky above Kenya. Tiger moth is a very efficient and hardy airplane. It is true. Instructor of the author was Wilson. False. The true answer is what? Parkinson. Whenever a pilot flying a military aeroplane, he must sit on his food box. False. So what is the right answer? He must sit on his parachute. Roald Dahl was a very tall person. True. In every military camp, an officer should do all the works like preparing food, washing utensils and clothes, etc. in his own. The answer is true. Author Roald Dahl lost his logbook. False. No. He kept his logbook till he write this story. The spotted leopard in the story was watching the pink flamingos. False. The spotted leopard in the story was watching the pink flamingos. It is false. The correct answer is impala grazing below. Roald Dahl wrote a letter to his mother on 4th December 1939. It is true. Now I'll discuss the question answer, short question answers. Answer the following questions in short. Question number 1. How many planes and instructors were there in the aerodrome? Answer. There were 3 instructors and 3 planes in the aerodrome. Who borrowed the pilots and from where? Those civil airline pilots were borrowed by the RAF from a small domestic company called Wilson Airways. Next, question number 3. Describe the tiger moth in short. The tiger moth is a thing of great beauty. It is a totally efficient and very acrobatic little plane powered by a gypsy engine. Question 4. Why the height of a military pilot increase about 6 inches when he sits on cockpit? Actually, when flying a military aeroplane, the pilot has to sit on his own parachute, which adds another 6 inches to his height. Next question 5. What was the problem the author faced on his first flight? As the author was tall, his entire head stuck up in the open air. As the engine started running, he was getting a rush of wind full in the face from the slipstream, which made him unable to breathe. Question 6. How the author overcome the problem of his first flight? On his first flight, the author suffered from breathing problem due to the slipstream and survived only by ducking down into the cockpit for deep breaths every few seconds. Then he tied a thin cotton scarf around his nose and mouth, which made his breathing possible. Question 7. How the logbook of a RAF pilot looked like? The logbook was an almost square 8 by 9 inches book, 1 inch thick and bound between two very hard covers faced with the blue canvas. Question 8. Name the important geographical areas which are referred in this story. The important geographical areas which referred in this prose are Great Rift Valley, Lake Nakuru, Mount Kenya. Next, question 9. Name the animals which the author could watch when flying over Kenya. When flying, the author watched many types of big and small animals like huge herds of buffalo and wild beast, kudu, Thompson's gazelle, impala, giraffe, rhino, elephant, lion, spotted leopard, pink flamingos, etc. Next question. Why he referred himself as fortune fella several times? The author referred himself as lucky because at the time of his training period in RAF, he get the opportunity to flying alone and watching the beautiful nature and its creatures. Even free of cost. As a nature lover, he thought so. Next, reference to the context. Question 1. Everyone who has ever flown a tiger moth has fallen in love with it. A. Who said this about the tiger moth planes? Author Roald Dahl said this about the tiger moth plane. What made everyone fall in love with it according to the speaker? As the tiger moth is a beautiful plane and very hardy too, it made everyone fall in love with it. Why were these planes chosen to train new pilots? As the tiger moth planes were totally efficient and very acrobatic plane, powered by a gypsy engine which never fails, so it was chosen to train new pilots. 2. Question 2. An RAF pilot's logbook. By the way, you never lost your logbook. This was the lines. Why was the pilot's logbook a formidable affair? In this as the pilot's logbook contained a record of every flight he had ever made and the purpose and destination of the trip and the time spent in air, it is a formidable affair. Okay. Next question B. The narrator's logbook said that he went solo after 7 hours 40 minutes. Is that a good record? According to the author, it was about average. Now, it is question 3. My rank, a leading aircraft man with every opportunity of becoming a pilot officer in a few months if I don't make a BF of myself. Question A. From where these lines are taken? The above lines are taken from the story Going Solo written by Roald Dahl. B. Who are these lines addressed to? These lines are addressed to author Roald Dahl's mother. C. What does BF means in this line? Can you guess? Yes, it means breakfast. What a pilot officer should do for himself. Actually, a pilot officer should do everything of his own work like making food, washing utensils, folding and washing clothes, etc. by himself. Okay, so these are the all questions, reference to the context and short question answers. It is completed, and now you all copy this in your school copy, and try to remember all this. Okay, so till the next class, bye.